my shoe. I'm trying to be better than nigga making calls. This gun tucked in my letterman. Jack it up, pack it up on this motherfucking avenue. You know what I had to do was selling a pack of two. The money was all there.
Alright boys, it's a week later. Gonna give you an update. From a week ago, we sold all our options, and I decided I was gonna trade QS using common shares and not use options, and I explained that in the other video. But basically, this is a $3,000 day today. But it's been a whole week since I uploaded that video, so I've been trading not just today, but other days, and I'll show you where I went from the previous portfolio size and then where we are as of right now. And we're gonna do a deep dive on the technical analysis, the process, the mindset, which allows you to become a profitable trader. So let's dive in. All right, so quick update on the portfolio. Right now we're at 28,597. 2 videos ago, I put out a video saying I'm full porting this trade, which is me buying 100 contracts of QS options. So that was on May 31st. Then we finally got news and I sold them for $11,134 profit. That put my account at around 19,000. It's not gonna show over here, but that's fine. And then from that week on to current, we traded in and out of QS with common shares, bringing our portfolio balance 28,597. Overall on the month is 18,518, and the month just started, so we'll see how this ends up. On the day today, we made 3,313. So we're gonna talk about the play, some very important things that you need to know, and what to expect going into the rest of the week. So the first thing I want to talk about is that bull flag from the last video. The first play would have been to enter pre-market and then let it rock up, or the second play is to wait for the previous high to be taken to then enter and then play for the upside. And the reason why you could enter pre-market, and this is why I only do in this case scenario, is because of the volume, the uptrend, and the chart pattern. I also want to note that I marked this level right here, 550, because we're seeing consolidation and bounces off of that, so it's a key level. These bounces here may be confident to enter pre-market to then play the bounce to the upside. And as we broke this previous high, it gained more momentum upwards. Also, you guys can't be looking at the 1 minute charts all the time. If you look through a microscope, you're gonna get micro gains, so don't do that. Keep an eye out for all time frames, 15, 20, 30, whatever it is. Look at all of them, because if you enter over here, or should I say if you exited your trade, you probably would have said that you're done for the day, but then what do you see? You see a bounce and higher lows and then another bull flag, so you got another play over here. There's money that you're leaving out on a table. Make a view of the entire picture so you could calculate a better play. That said, we marked out these 2 key levels. Midweek, we're starting to see a breakdown. We start testing this breakout point, which was at 638, and we did break below it. But then on the second day, we retested that bottom and we saw a bounce upwards. So how do you play this bounce? You set a limit order at the key point and wait for confirmation to enter. If you would have bought pre-market or below, the stock could have just went down. So we want to look for that confirmation before entering. And then this pattern right here, that's going to be explained through the daily. As you guys can see, we had a bull flag. I was expecting the power move either today or tomorrow, but we got it today. And that's where I decided to enter pre-market, because in pre-market we broke above that resistance and we started trading sideways. So I decided to enter pre-market because I knew this play was going to happen either today or tomorrow, and when it did happen, it was going to be explosive. So I had to enter pre-market because at open, there's no way I would have been comfortable enough to enter knowing that it ripped this hard, because most likely I would have waited and waited, and then I would have missed the entire move upward. The best play for me, at least over here, was to enter pre-market and then set a stop loss around 690 just in case it did come back downwards. Use the higher lows to your advantage. People are buying, and as you get closer to resistance, for example here, you're seeing higher lows, you could enter a trade and expect a possible breakout when you get to this point over here. So there's money to be made. And now going to tomorrow, what could we expect? Looking at the daily, the next resistance looks to be that 950 mark. So how am I going to play this? Going back to the 15 minute, I want to see a retest on this previous high, and I'm going to set a limit order for that resistance level. And if we break above, we'll touch 950, $9, cool. But if I enter any earlier, we could just see it come back down, and that's not what I want to do. I don't want to take the risk unless we're approaching this resistance, and then I'm willing to enter and set a stop loss just in case. So that's the play. Let's see how the rest of the week goes, and I'll keep you boys updated.